Hello everyone, it's Tailz from Studio Welfare here, and I would like to show you the new Halflings Token Pack in Foundry and how to set up the Halflings as tokens for actors in Foundry. So, I've loaded up Foundry here. I've got a blank map sitting in the background. Now you can manually install the token pack into your modules folder, or you can use the plugin Moulinette, which is what I'm going to do today. So to get access to the tokens, what you want to do is in the left-hand set of icons, go down to the bottom, click on the Moulinette hammer, which will bring up this second row of icons, then go through that row and go down to the Moulinette Tiles and Tokens browser, which is this little panel here. Now, the first thing you want to do is you want to browse to find the package. So let's begin by searching for Studio Wildfire in the list of creators. So we scroll down the list. Where are we? There we are. So Studio Wildfire. Then at the moment it's going to show you all the material. So you don't want to do that because it's got map tiles and other token packs and everything in there. So let's go to, in the second little drop down, we go searching for Halflings Token Pack. And there we are. So each folder is one character set. So for example, the first one up here is Andy the Halfling. Now you'll notice at the end of each folder name there is a little bracket 2. Now that is the scaling factor that each token needs to be, because I do tokens with dynamic poses and they've got arms and legs and weapons and whatnot going everywhere, hanging outside a character square. So I actually make the tokens a little bit bigger, and then they scale to a certain factor when you use them. Now the halflings, because they're halflings, they're going to fit within a standard character square, but I did this the same way so that pretty much all of my medium-sized creatures all have a scaling factor of 2. So how to set them up is pretty easy. How to set them up as actors is pretty easy. So let's do that. So I'm going to move this over here because we'll have a couple extra panels pop up. So what you want to do is you want to pick which character you want to use. So let's use Halfdan the Halfling. So let's just say we want to use this one here. So the first thing you want to do is you want to come down to the bottom here and you want to set up this little controller down here. So the first bit is drop as, and that's what you want the asset to drop onto the canvas as. So we want it to drop as a token. Now the other options are tile, article, or token. So for example, if you're working with your map tiles, you'll be setting it to be a tile because you want to drop it as a tile asset. In this case, we want to drop it as a token. Now the next one is asset grid size. This is the size of your map grid. I use 180 for pretty much all of my stuff because it's not too large, not too small, gives you a nice amount of detail. So you want to set that to 180. Once you've got those set, all you need to do is grab your token and drag it onto the desktop, or drag it onto the canvas. Now, it'll ask you a question. This is basically, do you want to create a new actor with this token assigned as the token for the actor, or do you want to assign this token to an already existing actor? Now, it's pretty obvious. So the first question is create as a new token actor. That's create a new actor with this token. Reuse existing actor. That's basically where you just say, you know, from my existing list of already existing characters, I want to assign this token to that character. But we want to use the first one where we're going to create a brand new character. So let's create it as an NPC, and then we go create actor and link. There it is. Now, you'll notice for a few things that look wrong. First up, when you mouse over it, the name is taken from the name of the token. So this is Halfdan 0021, because that's its image halfdan-0021.png. So we want to change that, but you also notice that he's really small. We want to change that as well because it's not scaling correctly. So let's get rid of that, because when we placed it, it created a brand new actor for us here. So let's go in and edit him. So here he is. So first up, we want to change his name. Get rid of that 002. Let's call him Halfdan the Halfling. And that's going to be his name. Now we go up to prototype token, where we get this little box. Once again, in the identity, that identity name is taken from the image name. So we're going to change that to Halfdan the Halfling. That's assuming you keep the identity names displayed. You might actually hide them. Then we go to appearance. Now this is where it gets a little bit more interesting. You want to come down to size. Now we can leave the dimensions grid spaces locked because it is a medium-sized character. A medium-sized character in that he occupies a 1x1 map grid space. He's not like a big creature that occupies a large amount of map grid squares. He just occupies a 1x1 space. But we do want to change his scale. So we unlock that. Then we change it from 1 to 2. There we go. Then we hit update token. That is all you need to do. Then you just drag him onto the canvas, and there he is. He's now scaled correctly because he's a halfling. He looks quite small inside a 5 foot by 5 foot space, but he's now scaled correctly. And we've got other. So here's Nicholas, here's Newton, the ones that I created before. That is how you use the Halflings Token Pack to set up some Halfling actors in FoundryVTT, with it all accessible via Moulinette. I hope it's been educational for you. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you get more news about my bits and pieces when they come out. Thank you very much. I'll catch you in the next video.